These are the Daily Tech headlines for Thursday, May 10th, 2018. I'm Tom Merritt. Apple announced it is canceling its project to build a data center in Athenry, Ireland, due to delays in the approval process. A second data center in Denmark, begun at the same time, is nearly completed. Opposition in Ireland centered around strain on the power grid, though Apple argued it would use renewables and not overbuild. Apple won a court case in the Irish High Court in October, but uncertainty about appeals to the Supreme Court caused the company to cancel the plan entirely. Valve announced Steam Link for Android and iOS will arrive May 21st, letting you stream any Steam game from your PC to your mobile device as long as they're on the same Wi-Fi network. The Steam Link app will support the use of a Steam controller and MFi controllers. Valve also says it will release a Steam video app later this summer for TV shows and movies with the ability for offline viewing. And they also have support for the Nintendo Pro controller in the Steam beta client now. Bloomberg sources say Apple plans to begin selling subscriptions to certain video services directly in its TV app, rather than asking users to subscribe to them through apps individually downloaded from the App Store. This might pave the way for Apple's original content to be available as a subscription in the TV app as well. The U.S. FAA approved 10 of 149 proposals for commercial drone projects there. Among the projects are one for medical deliveries by Zipline, which has operated in Rwanda for years, a mosquito control plan in Florida, a partnership between the Choctaw Nation in Oklahoma and CNN, and food delivery in North Carolina. Proposals from Amazon and DJI were not accepted. Data from these projects will form the basis of a regulatory framework for future commercial uses. Despite lining up Taiwan's MediaTek to supply chips Monday, ZTE announced Wednesday it's ending major operating activities as a result of the United States ban on exports to the company. ZTE says it has enough cash to survive a pause while it appeals the ban. Under the ban, U.S. companies like Qualcomm and Dolby cannot sell parts to ZTE. Microsoft announced some new features for its test build of Windows that will likely arrive for everyone later this year. One is Cloud Clipboard that lets you cut and paste across Windows devices. There's also a dark theme coming to the File Explorer that matches the dark theme you can apply elsewhere in Windows. There's support for Unix and Linux line endings and Macintosh line endings in Notepad. And Alt-Tab now works with sets to let you switch between the Edge browser tabs as well as apps. Windows 10 build 17666 is available to fast insiders now. Redstone 5 is expected to begin rolling out to mainstream users around October 2018. A report from Disrupt Africa shows the agritech market in Africa grew 110% this past year, with more than $19 million in investments in the sector. 82 agritech startups were in operation across Africa by the start of 2018. 52% of them launched within the past 2 years. Kenya and Nigeria are tied as the top two agritech markets, with Ghana in third. E-commerce makes up about a third of those startups, followed by info-sharing and fintech. Researcher Amanda D. Hanford at Pennsylvania State University has created a device that can route sound waves around an object, making it invisible to techniques like sonar. Hanford and her team created a metamaterial whose unit cell is smaller than the acoustic wavelengths used to try to detect it. The metamaterial could deflect sound waves underwater, which is more difficult. The U.S. FCC said its repeal of the Open Internet Guidelines of 2015 will officially go into effect June 11th. The order was published in the Federal Register on February 22nd, but did not go into effect until the Office of Management and Budget completed its Paperwork Reduction Act review. The U.S. Senate is set to vote as early as next week on whether to reject the FCC repeal of the net neutrality rules. Ohio Governor John Kasich issued an executive order permitting self-driving car tests on public roads in that state. Ohio joins Arizona, California, and Michigan in allowing the tests. The test will require a human operator and registration with Drive Ohio. Finally, Korea Fair Trade Commission Chief Kim Song-jo told reporters that Samsung's current ownership structure is not sustainable. Samsung Group uses circular shareholding to interlock Samsung C&T, Samsung Life Insurance, and Samsung Electronics. Kim urged Vice Chairman J.Y. Lee to make a decision concerning the ownership structure. For more discussion of the tech news of the day, subscribe to dailytechnewsshow.com. And don't forget, Daily Tech Headlines is only supported by you. If you can spare $1, we'd love to have it at patreon.com/DTNS. We'll talk to you next time.